Hello YouTube, Si here from Si Moto Photo. Welcome back to the channel. Look at what we've got today, something a wee bit different, a Suzuki GSX8R. I want to thank MCS and Scotland who very kindly gave me a loan of this bike because recently they've revealed some news that are about to become the Suzuki dealer for the west of Scotland. So that's just fantastic news because I'm a big fan of Suzuki, I'm a big fan of MCS, and the guys have very kindly given me access to the bikes to do some road tests on them. So without further ado, let's get this bike on the road, let's put it through its paces, and let me tell you what I think of the new GSX8R. Right, so welcome on board the Suzuki GSX8R. So I've been in the saddle now for at least an hour and a half, and it's a blooming cold day today in the west of Scotland. I think we're struggling at 3 or 4 degrees, so there's been a bit of ice this morning that we've been trying to avoid. And up in front of me we've got Greg from MCS. Greg is a very good friend, and the guys at MCS are all very good friends, and they've been absolutely brilliant with me by giving me access to Suzukis to let you guys on the channel figure out you know, what these new Suzukis are all about. I want to say a big huge thanks to Alan, to Leslie and to Greg at MCS. Thanks guys, it's very much appreciated. So Greg's out, he's out having a shot of the new V-Strom, but so he'll give us our feedback and what he thinks of that bike. He's going to stick a wee video up on his YouTube channel, his MCS YouTube channel, so I'll stick a link to that channel in the description. If anybody wants to check it out, feel free to do so in the link. But the GSX8R, what a fantastic little bike, by the way. I don't know what it is about me and twins. My personal bike's a twin, my other personal bike's a single. I really love the ride that you get from these twin cylinders and single cylinder bikes. I just find they've got so much character. They ooze personality in abundance, and who doesn't love a Suzuki twin? Do you know, it takes me back to the days of SVs and you know, bikes that just stirred your emotions, and this is absolutely one of them. It rides beautifully. I picked it up, swung a leg over it, and I don't know what I was expecting, but I certainly wasn't expecting it to be as smooth and as refined as it is. The one standout thing for me, having been riding this bike today, is the suspension setup on it. It's really lovely, really nice. It feels plush. It feels as if it's damped for the road as opposed to damped to shake the teeth out your head. It's Showa big piston forks that's on it, and they're absolutely gorgeous. You've got a Showa rear shock on it which you can adjust the preload on as well, but the setup of the suspension, I'm 18 stone, I'm sitting in this bike and the suspension's dealing with me no problem at all. Now from this little twin cylinder engine, it's pumping out 82 horsepower and 79 newton meters of torque, and you know, that might not sound record breaking, it might not sound as if it's going to, you know, set the world alight in terms of performance, but in the real world, as a bike to use on the road and fire about the roads, it's more than enough for anyone. It's really nice to ride. The power is all in the meaty part of the power range, the rev range, so at the bottom and the mid range, where you really want it on the road. You know, as time goes on, we're figuring out that, you know, these high performance super sport super bikes, they're just becoming more and more irrelevant for the road. If you're going to be using it on track, fill your boots, magic, that's where they're built for. But if you want a bike for everyday real world fun on the roads, this is absolutely ticking all the boxes. And one thing I have noticed today, right, is, and I know that I know this gets a little bit of a bit of a kick in online, right, but the bikes get Dunlop Road Smart tyres on it, and the Road Smarts they get a bit of bad press, but I have to tell you, see today, right, it's like barely 3 degrees. I woke up this morning and there was frost everywhere, and I've been riding the bike today, and these tyres, which are brand new by the way, I've had to scrub them in, they've not budged, you know, they've absolutely gripped the surface, and it'd have been really quite confidence inspiring for me on the bike. So anybody that's got any niggling doubts in their head about the OEM tyres that are coming in this bike, park it. They're absolutely fine. These tyres have been great to me today. To be fair, I've not been rallying through bends and all the rest of it, but it's the worst type of conditions you can imagine for motorbikes. Greasy, slidey, icy roads, and the tyres are gripping superb. The bike's got quick shifter on it, right, and it's up and down, and it's really butter smooth. It's really nice. It's got a positive feeling through your toe when you click it up and click it down into gear. It's not messing about, and it's butter smooth on the change. It's really, really nice. You've got LED lights all round, which you would, you know, a great safety feature for today's roads. They make you nice and bright and easy to be seen, and the bike looks the part as well. Looks really nice from the front. We'll do some sort of close-up shots of the bike, but the bike looks really, it's well styled. It's the aesthetics of the bike are really, really nice. So I was blasting along the bike there, right, and I was thinking to myself, who is this bike actually for? And you know, it's a funny one. It's for pretty much anybody that's into bikes. It'd be a great bike for someone that's just starting out, right, and you know, they've passed their test, they've done all the 125 stuff, and they want to get something that is going to give them oodles of fun on the road without, you know, without being really serious. And it would also suit someone who's experienced and it's got a bike and it wants another bike to add to the stable, you know, for a bit of fun. It's a great bike for everyone. It's got enough power to satisfy anybody on the road. You know, it's a twin cylinder and it's got 82 horsepower and it's got 78 newton meters of torque. That coming out of a twin is just, it's brilliant. It's great fun. It's so punchy and so torquey, and all the power is in the right area of the rev band when you're on the pipe on the bike. It's a great wee bike to ride. It's got a quick shifter up and down the gears, which is fantastic. And you know, and sometimes with twins, quick shifters can be quite lumpy. It's not on this bike. It's really smooth, really nice. You know, you've got some cracking spec brakes on the bike as well. You've got a set of Nissan radial calipers at the front. You've got a Nissan caliper at the rear. And between the two of them, they offer some real good braking feel and you know, and they install real confidence when you're out on the road. But the most impressive feature for me in this bike, I have to say, is the suspension on it. I was expecting this bike to be a bit crashy, especially with my big unit on top of the bike. But it's got Showa forks up front and it's got a Showa adjustable rear shock at the back. And I have to tell you, it handles a dream on the road. You know, today the roads were absolutely shocking. It's 3 degrees, right? It's quite icy, not icy, it was icy this morning, but it's greasy, they're wet, they're cold, you can't get any heat in your tyres when it's like that, you know what it's like. But in fact, it's actually handled really, really well. And those tyres, I know they get a bit of a bad reputation online, but I have to say, Dunlop Road Smarts, they've been great this morning. They've handled it really well and they've gripped the road and installed a bit of confidence in me when I've been taking the bends and stuff like that. But what a great package, a great bike for the road. It's just a super fun bike to ride. So it's got 3 power modes, A, B and C. Gag tells me that the A mode is the most twitchy mode out of all 3. So I'm kind of avoiding that today, to be honest. The roads are just not really set up for that. But honestly, right, so look, this is me in 4th gear, and you open the throttle, and you just feel like grunting, feel like shoving you along the road, and that's what you want from a road bike. You want that it's just, it feels lovely to ride, it feels lovely to muscle around the roads and just open the taps and know you've got plenty of grunt to accelerate from corner to corner. A joy to ride, an absolute joy to ride. It's also got a really, really nice soundtrack. I just don't think you can beat the sound of a twin. I just love it. The brakes that are on the bike as well, you've got a set of Nissan brakes, right, and they've got so much feel and grip. I'm really impressed. The brake setup and the suspension setup of this bike is punching way above its weight, way above what it should be. I think it's, you know, for under £9,000, you know, for the fun that you can have in this bike and for the components that are fitted to it, I think Suzuki have really hit the mark here. It's a cracking little bike for the road. It's got a real positive turn in. It feels, you know, it feels as if it wants to hold its line really well, and it's quite, it's quite nosy. The back end of it's quite high up. I can feel my backside high up, but the bars are above the yokes, so you know they're raised quite like the Triumph Daytona. It's just to make it more comfortable, but it's definitely quite nosy, and which results in a really quick turn in the bike. It handles a dream. We're in third gear here, right, and when we get a little bit of an opportunity, we'll just get by this car and we'll just give it a little bit of grunt. Right, here we go. Third gear, grunt, and then quick shifter through the box, and it just punches right out a corner or right past an overtake. You just feel the wee thing surging, and that's plenty fast enough for anybody for the road. It's just it's got enough power to give you lots and lots of fun. It's got enough power to drive you out of any situations that you might find yourself in. You need a bit of help to get out of a sticky situation, but you know, and it's all in an accessible area of the power of the rev band. It's in that low to medium area with you, so you don't have to go revving things nuts off to try and get the power out. It's just as much fun just tapping through the box, short shifting, and off you go. And look at these corners, it's just a dream to handle. It folds in really easy, it feels really planted when you're in the corner, and it's just, what a great fun bike to ride. Oh, listen to the sound, I love the noise it makes. I just love the noise it makes, it's lovely. Really, really nice. And it's just cutting through these corners. What a dream. What a dream to ride. You know, some of these bigger, you know, super sports, super bikes, the power can be quite intimidating on the road. You know, you can't really access it, and when you do access the sweet spot of the fun part, you're risking a jail sentence. With something like this, you can have some great fun without risking going to jail. It's just magic. It just makes so much sense for the road. Well done, Suzuki. What a bike. There you go, the GSX8R. What a fun bike, what a blast that was today. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thanks for everybody tuning in and watching. Thanks to the guys at MCS, thanks to Leslie, thanks to Greg, thanks to Alan, thanks to all you guys for giving access to Suzuki to let me take these bikes out and let the guys that watch Moto Photo know what this bike's like to ride. I really appreciate it, but thanks for tuning in. If you've enjoyed the video, please like the video. If you've not subscribed already, please consider subscribing if I've earned your subscription. And if there's anything you want us to find out about the GSX8R, stick it in the comments, or if you've got one already, let us know what you think of it, let us know what colour you went for. But thanks again for tuning in. Hope you have a fantastic week, and I look forward to seeing the next video. Take it easy.